All right, I am live. It says I'm live. It says I'm live. All right. Are you guys there? Because I'm here. It says I'm late. You guys are saying I'm late. I'm not late. Am I not late? Do you not see me? Something must be going on here, right? Yes? No? Yes? What's going on? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, I see somebody waving. There's Christina. I see somebody waving. So somebody must see this. Is it really that much of a delay? Wait a minute. I'm gonna type in here. Okay, you see me now. Okay. All right, I sent that out. I'm like, oh no, oh no, oh no. You guys got me all at sea. I was talking about all my technological problems, and then you said you couldn't see me. Okay. All right. We see you now. Okay. I wonder what that was all about. See, strange electromagnetic fields, I believe, around me is probably what you're going to lead me down that trail, and I'll talk about that and loop around everywhere because I got ADHD. And I promote it, not really promote it. I show it openly because I got that. So if we don't loop all the way around and talk finish up some kind of a subject I start talking about, I apologize in advance. I will do my best to loop back around and keep myself on track at least somewhat, which has been kind of difficult these last couple of weeks. Whew, it's been, but I've been trying different things and they seem to be working. I actually cleaned up in here a little bit, which is, it's a little less intentions on the bench of good intentions. I got things a little more clearly in front of me, which is really not my style at all. But I got to admit, I feel better when things are cleaner. I feel like I don't have too much going on. But it's really hard to keep it that way. It's like unbelievably difficult to keep it that way. It really is. All right. You were on before 8. Oh, well, there you go. Why, I was on before 8. Oh, people. Oh, Tim. Hello, Tim. Hello, Christine. Hello, Nicole. Is Carmen in there? Carmen's got to be in there. Tim's in there. I'm sure BLT's somewhere in there as well, too. Hi, Barb. I'm good. I know you're not so chatty, but I do have everybody's stuff lined up. But like I said, I'm going to circle back around real quick after we looped around the whole, branding and ADHD and whatnot. Um, I'm going to loop back around to talking about uh, Cool Kid Table. Let's go check out what's at the Cool Kid Table and how I got everybody's in there. I hope I got everybody's in time. Let's see if perhaps maybe I don't know. Lori Kaplan might show up. We'll see what happens. She usually watches. Cheers. Have yourself a little sip out the greatest mug ever, right? You mute magical bastards, y'all. Okay. Nice. We're coming up on the 21st. That's going to be a fun thing. Shortest day of the year. Whew, get that out of the way, right? Oh, that just got larger. How did that happen? That was actually kind of cool. How did that happen? I like hovered over something and it got really big and it was like a lot easier to look at. What did I do? That was awesome. Oh, crap. I don't even know. I don't even know. Oh, well. I'll figure it out some other time, I guess. And then I didn't have any sound at all from my microphone. So, but it's groovy now. So, got that all fixed up. Got that. Cool Kid Table. All right. Like I said, this is Bucket of Picks. So we do a weekly pick and we do it, use it as a prompt, and then we draw something, create something. And just to loop back around to actual business here. And last week it was classic toys. So I have them up there. I'm going to show them on the Bucket of Picks template that we're going to go over to right over here. All right. So here we are. All the cool stuff is going to be right there. So thanks again for everybody who precipitated this week. I'm going to go through here and see what's going on. There it is. There you go. Dun, dun, dun. Peace. BLT's up there. There she is. What's going on? Good to see you too. Everybody's. I have to get a bigger. I got Tim here, but I got to get a bigger male contingency in here. Got to get some dudes up in here. Got to get meh, Jason Bowman up here. Oh, speaking of him, Bucket Pick. That's ripped off yet again. Let me put this away in the proper place because I've learned if you put things away quickly, you don't always forget about them. And then you have to go like this at least once, right? I hear people. Oh, it's a TV out over there. There's a television in the other room. It's Stefan Burns doing his very he hypes. He's a very hyped person. He's very I wouldn't say animated, but very hyped up. He's a hyped up guy, and he does a solar and geological forecast. So he shows like the booms going off on the solar flares and stuff, and there's one coming, and it might be able to bring the aurora as low as Indiana's, and I think that's what he said. Indiana's and where was it? Just lower than usual. So you can be in the United States and see it. Not all the time, but if you're up here where I am, up northern areas, like I'm pretty sure Nicole's up in Illinois, she might be able to see it. I'll see it. I might be able to see it up here in New York. Those of us up in New York here. Not sure where everybody else is. All right. Anywho, I know Carmen, if she shows up, is down in Georgia. She ain't gonna see it. You ain't gonna see that shit. You have to come up here to see that. All right, let's see. But that would be really cool to see. I'm not, but it's snowing here, I think, or just finished snowing. I hope it gets nice and clear. I'll check it out later. Within the next 48 hours, we're going to have a class 3 geomagnetic storm. So be on the lookout for that during the night, folks. Just, as a heads up. Oh, yeah. Bucket of picks. Here we are. Thank you, everybody who participated. And if I missed anybody, I'm going to try to check real fast on my other device I have in front of me. I have a secondary device here that I can use for info checking and whatnot that I can go over to here to Facebook and check it out and see if anybody's in there. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it is it is Lacey Belioskis, right? Belioski. I should know that. I'm from a Jeziorski family, which is SKI, not SKY. But same deal. Same deal. Same. We're from over by the Balkans. Over in the Balkan area. Where you from? Somewhere near the Balkans. All right. Let's see. PA, you might be able to see it in PA. Possibly. Might be able to see it in PA. Like I said, we'll have to keep an eye out to the sky in the middle of the night. Watch out for when you're out there during the middle of the night, like I am, checking for the Bigfoots and the aliens. Just look up, see if you see an aurora during your nightly alien check, or when you find yourself out back in the middle of the yard, in the middle of the snow, half naked, and you know that kind of thing. Like we all tend to every so often. When you're doing that, if you find yourself doing that in the middle of the night, take a look up, see if you get a good shot of the aurora. Ooh, good shot of your aurora? Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. But it's funny. It is funny. All right. All right. Who's up first? Who's up first? How about Oh, we're gonna go with BLT first up. You're first up, Barb. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da. First, we got to take this off, and then we're gonna go here. My technicals. Boom. There we go. Now, I knew this guy immediately. I had this exact guy. I forget his name. Well, G.I. Joe, obviously, but they had a couple different names. I forget what their names actually were. Brent. Things like that. Brent. Or, Jeff, Max. Names like that. When manly names were, manly. It wasn't, Cleo. Things like that. I don't know. It was a different day, different age. I don't know what to tell you. Buckle up. This is just how it is. Buckle up. Hang on tight. I remember when bread was a nickel. All right. Okay, let's see. It's just wrong? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. All right. Um, so happy birthday to her. And look what else we got. G.I. Joe was awesome. I had so many well, not a lot of G.I. Joe toys, but I was falsely accused of stealing G.I. Joe stuff, and it was my brother, and he buried him underground like it was some kind of treasure. And then he said, "Oh, you should dig him up over there. I think that's where I saw my brother bury him." And I got screwed. I got screwed for it. Ooh, that brother of mine. I got to get him on here sometime. I have to get him on like Zoom or something like that, or get him on my phone and just set him up in front here, and he can cry and whine about the things that I'll give him a microphone up to the phone. Have to hook that up somehow or another sometime soon. All right, we got the Gumby and Pokey, awesome. The rubber duck, of course, and Mr. Bale. Oh no, I can't do it. I can't get my voice that high anymore. Yeah, and he had a dog too. What was his dog's name? It was probably just Spot, right? Pretty sure it was just Spot. Pretty sure that's the Dilly. I keep having this thing saying that I got a message, but it's not coming up. I'm waiting kind of for an important message to come through, but it's not. Taint coming through, so I have to look for it late. I did get a text from my boss saying I got to start from my old place tomorrow morning. Hopefully, it doesn't snow like crazy. That is right on the lake, so that gets lake effect, like literally on the lake effect. Not fun to deal with, not fun to push around. And they got a lot. They got a lot of pavement to move snow from over there. But they sure do like using a lot of salt, which I like. I'm pretty sure I don't have to go in that. You stole Jack's? Uh-oh. Oh, Jack's. There you go. Up there. Oh, I didn't even think about the Jacks in the sky. I thought it was like snowflakes because it was snowing. Duh. Duh. I apologize. Actually, that makes this so much cooler. It's even cooler than it was cooler before. It's double cool. Thank you very much. Awesome, awesome display of effort and talent. Excellent, excellent. She does hers digitally. That's some digital art right there. Not AI, just so y'all know. Just so y'all know. All right. Thank you very much. Awesome, awesome job. All right. Do 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 do. Boom. And we're gonna go right into boom, Tim, the Ohio Art Company. I got something. See, after this, I'm gonna go through a few things. I got a little line. I got some stuff we're gonna do in here. I did a little show prep. So, and at the very end, if you want to stay on a little longer after, at the very end, I'll show you where I went camping and I heard perhaps the ancient Yeti. That's right. That's right. I'll go through the whole story. You guys probably heard it already, but I'll go through that. Maybe we'll go through there. If anybody's hanging on that long after all is said and done, another 7 minutes from now. How long has it been? 7 minutes or so? No, not even close. See, there's a whole ADHD realm of losing track of not really being able to take track of time. Oh, very nice job in the way that it got done, though. The way you did each straight, the way you have to like diagonal was the most difficult. That you had to go the same thing to get a diagonal line. I remember figuring that out one day. I'm like, oh yeah, if you really get this just right, you can make it diagonal. But then it blows your whole mind, and the next line usually goes in the wrong direction. You get little neat, 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 neat at the end of everything because you're trying to go in different directions before you go the right way. But then your mind clicks in after a while. Skeet, 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 skeet. But you see people who do those the art on the etch a sketches that are unbelievable, man. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. It's like they took the glass off and like dabbed it and stuff with a brush. It's like, hey, that's so cheating. Oh, 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 I got dogs. I got all three dogs. It's a 3 dog night. There you go. You put no effort into your drawing. That's okay because toys aren't supposed to be full of effort. It's all good. I got your 6. All right, up next. Thank you so much. Very good job, Tim. Tim, 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 Tim. All right. Up we got. She says no effort whatsoever. That required effort. That required effort. You had to put a pen to paper, right? It's more than people who didn't even try. It like Gallardo this week. You know what I mean? It's not like she showed up with a picture of a yo-yo, but you did. And you show up every week. You would get a pass if you ever not did it, but I would be very disappointed. But you show something every time. Every time. Even if it's skit, skit, skit. You and I are true examples of sometimes you just got to put a little skit, skit on there and show it just to keep your blood flowing, get the artistic, juices going and whatnot. Just trying to keep my throat wet. Oh, I'm almost. We had a scare. I almost maybe was going to be a grandpa. My daughter started having contractions early this week. Oh boy, I'm like, yeah, it was crazy. It was some craziness for a few days. Anyways, she thinks the baby's breech, and they think she's dancing on the bottom of the uterus, kind of thing, and making her dilate a little bit. So it gave everybody a scare, but she's supposed to be just not doing nothing, and she should just be, now she's finally just laying down. Just rest. Just lay down. Don't make me a grandpa sooner than I'm supposed to. It's bad enough I'm going to be a grandpa as it is. Not bad, but, oh, you know, I'm growing hair back so I can pull it out. Just for my granddaughter, I started growing back my hair a bit so I have a place new place to pull it out from. No. All right. Anyways, up next, Nicole. Very good job. It's a yo-yo. Everybody knows it's a jewel, most likely. I'm saying it's probably a jewel. It's a whammo. Is it a whammo or a Duncan? It's probably a Duncan jewel, is what it looks like, because they had the jewel in the middle. Didn't it? Thank you very much for your precipitation. Awesomeness, awesomeness. All right. Now we're gonna go to another awesomeness to a whole new level. Boom, Barry. Barry Jones gonna blow us all out of the water yet again. Barry. I love it when he participates because he's like, oh, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, that's right. We got people like that in the club. Cool kid table. You know when that one cool kid, for real cool kid in high school would come over and sit with the other kids like all the time without a problem. Just, hey, come on, sit down, and they would just come over and sit down. Fuck what my friends say. You know what I mean? Remember that guy? That's Barry. That's Barry to me. You know. So he comes over, pats me on the head. Not really. No, not in that way at all. He's very humble. He's super humble, which is super cool, and he hangs out with us special kids. Oh, it's funny, but yeah, he is like like amazing. You know what I mean? He just that's graphite pencils, and I think he blends it all. It's uh brush blending with it and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's a old timey Star Wars Boba Fett toy. And you know how and you know what I like about it that he got really, really correct is when you put that gun in his hand, he was like way too long. He was like way, way, way too long. The gun like went out to the end of everywhere. I This was like a little after my time. I think I had like I was a little old. Nah, I wasn't that old. I was probably like 11 or something like that when it came out. I probably got like one, two or three Star Wars toys ever. Like when I was a kid, it was like I was getting out of like getting toys and stuff. I was evolving into something much more gritty, a much more gritty version of what my parents had expected. I was going to be soon to become a street urchin. So, I was on my way to being a street urchin at that time. So, anyway, take that for what it was. Yeah. So, yeah, I remember that. But I do had a friend, Zach Wood, who was a DJ somewhere in town here, still to this day, I believe. And his younger brother, Jason, had a ton of Star Wars toys. And, uh, And I remember you used to be able to put Boba Fett. He probably had like that gajillion $52,000 Boba Fett figure, and he had all of them, man. He had a lot. And I remember the gun in the hand, and it always looked weird. I remember seeing those toys around at everybody's houses with their younger brothers and stuff like that. Anyways, there's a little mind blowback deal. All right. But yeah, you are amazing, Barry. Thank you very much. You're probably not watching because you're in the UK and it's like 2 in the morning there. So I do appreciate it. We all appreciate when you participate and show us what you got. It's always a pleasure. Thank you very much. Awesome, dude. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And then we're just gonna show my little crazy one. I showed an older one. Like, damn this thing. There's a Rubik cube because that's a classic. That was a classic, but it didn't come around until like what is it, the early '70s? I think is when it came out, just after the Pet Rock. Um, and I also did a quick sketchy of "Don't Spill the Beans." Oh no! I remember playing this because it was so easy to set up. It was you just took it out the box because my mom always made us keep the box. You could slide it right in the box, and you could just put all the beans like in the little pot that swung back and forth or the pail or whatever it was. And so I did that. And I did a little happy little dude there super fast with really bad haircut. I'll show you that. I'll remember remember that. Keep that fresh in your mind, okay? All right. So that's who I got. That's who I have everybody involved this week in the PUC of PICAS. Now we work our way towards. You know what I'd like to do first, though? I'd like to go through a little something. If I still have this set up right, because I had to redo my camera, I had to reset my microphone before all the technologicals went absolutely ape shit on me. Okay, so I am going to go over here. La la na 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 na. And I gotta look up this. Go here. I'm gonna set this up while you guys are watching me. I'm gonna get my playlist ready over here. And we're gonna go through a quick playlist of some shorts I put together about our lovely, lovely subject this week. View my channel. Show me my playlists. Okay, playlists. Okay. Okay, that's getting ready. That's ready there. We're going to go to here. Oh, wait a minute. I got to go. Nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this. Okay, I gotta go a little smaller. All right, I will go there. And we will go. One more second, folks. I'm coming right with you, right here. And then, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Stick with me, folks. Okay, so that's that. Let's go here. Nope. Wait a minute. Let's go here. Then we're going to go here.
This is Mousetrap, a game in which building the trap is half the fun. You roll the dice, move your mice, build the trap. But could this thing really catch a mouse? Let's watch.
Down.
Mousetrap!
Mousetrap!
The Mousetrap game. It's from Ideal.
It's from Ideal. Okay, I got to put my little... I'm going to put my mug on there. Hang on one second. I got to turn on... That's that. That's that. That should be there. Okay. That should all be on, right? Yeah. All right. So when I watch this, you guys are seeing that. And you still see me. Okay. Just had to check. So, yeah, you probably didn't hear that at first, but onward. Let's proceed forward, shall we? I put a couple of these together.
Spin the spinner and call the shot. Twister can tie you up in a knot. 1 foot here and 1 foot there. The spinner says 1 foot, you decide where. You reach, you stretch, you balance and twist. You try it once, you'll get the gist. No two twists come the same. Twister is a Milton Bradley game.
I forgot that end part. Twister is a Milton Bradley game. That's pretty good. I did good. That is from 66. Wow. All right. Actually, I'm kind of probably blocking off a whole bunch of that. Could probably move me around, actually, to a better spot. On the other side of the screen, let's do that. No, that's not the one. It's this one. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, let's try it now. See, now I'm over here, see? No, it's over there. Wow, I got to keep that right. I got to remember that now. It's over there now. All right. Let's see what else we got here. What's up now? Now we're going to go back to here. Okay. See, I know what I'm doing, kind of. All right.
Twister,
What's next?
from
What do we
Milton
got? What else did I put in here? Oh, here we go. Tried to find the most original.
Walks the stair without a care and shoots so high in the sky.
Oh, yeah.
Bounce up and down just like a clown. Everyone knows it's Slinky, the best present yet to give or get, but costs so little to buy. The hit of the day when you're ready to play. Everyone knows it's Slinky, it's Slinky, it's Slinky. For fun it's the best of the toys. It's Slinky, the favorite of girls and boys. It's Slinky, for fun it's the best of the toys. It's Slinky, the favorite of girls and boys. Everyone wants a Slinky, you want to get a Slinky.
Under a buck. Under a buck.
If it isn't a Duncan, it isn't a yo-yo. Here's
Remember,
Gus
we were
Samara,
talking
famous
Duncan
Duncan
yo-yos.
champion for over 50 years. Some of the yo-yos you can use are the Imperial, the world's
Imperial.
best seller. The Butterfly, to make the string tricks easier. The Glow Imperial, it glows in the dark. And the Jewel,
I
the
think
yo-yo with a pretty
See
jewel
the
in the
jewel.
side.
There it is.
All tricks begin with the spinner. Throw it off the back of your hand. And look for Duncan yo-yos wherever toys are sold.
Oh,
Duncan
yeah.
yo-yos, the
I'm gonna be
favorite
looking.
of 6 generations.
I'm going to be looking for
Learn to
yo-yos
yo-yo
or so.
right in your own
Oh,
home
wait
from
a minute.
champion Tom Parks.
Tom Parks.
A 60-minute video in normal and slow motion
Oh,
shows
is it
everything
beta
from tying the
or
string to the
VHS?
most advanced tricks. All the basic and many
Oh,
advanced
what's that
techniques
trick called?
to learn and review at your own pace.
It's called I'm Tripping.
Also included on this special video
tripping
are
trick.
2 bonus sections: how to play spin top and how to run a yo-yo contest.
What? How do you... $17.95. What? That's a deal. And you could pay for it with your Visa. Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. Let me just talk real quick about lawn safety. All right. Everybody thinks it's fun and games, throwing things around to and fro, but it's could turn deadly at any moment. All right. Now, I went and I looked for some lawn dart commercials. I couldn't find not a one actual commercial for it. So, for your entertainment pleasure, I put together, which is over here now, right? I put together this lovely montage of I don't know, it says Jart's death matches, but it really isn't. It's just look.
Don't
Oh, it'll be
cry,
this one.
don't sigh, the sun is shining, no more crying. Just read to smile.
See, yeah, everybody's having fun. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, jiving, la la. Until you get a lawn dart lodged in your forehead.
Don't sigh, don't
Right?
cry, bye bye blue.
Bye bye blues, right? It's gonna turn red when you get jabbed in your abdomen. Get jabbed in your abdomen. Ah, yeah.
Just need you.
Winner.
Don't sigh, don't cry. Bye bye blue.
Right. Here we go. All right. What do you guys think of that? Right? That's pretty good. I got a couple more. All right, hang in there. We got what? Three more. Just, because of the mood. It's all classic stuff, man. Come on, it's classic toys.
Light Bright, the toy that lets you create beautiful pictures with light. Work with colorful pegs that glow with light. Light bulb not included.
Subliminal messages. Trying to program us for. It's not even a chicken. You know what I mean? You know what that is. You know what they call. You know what. Anyway.
Make people, animals, things, and with.
Look what they did to us. Oh my gosh. I can't. Then look, he's a. What does he get? What does Bugs Bunny have there?
Films, Bugs Bunny or Bozo the Clown.
Oh boy.
You can make lots of pretty pictures.
I remember having that box, that Light Bright box in there. That exact dealio, right? Like in the closet, pull it out, play with it, and for like forever. And then like something wet got put on it, and the blue came away from the box. Must have been like one big label they just wrapped around it or something like that. Glued it on there with some inferior Indonesian glue made out of, donkey hooves or some crazy thing.
Pictures with Light Bright from Hasbro.
Grammarly helps me get the best grades possible while depleting the least amount of hours of my week.
Ohio Arts Etch-a-Sketch. There's nothing like it because you can all...
Okay. All right. I was watching this earlier, and I decided to say a little something about this right here. Okay? I'm going to just make sure. Okay, you guys are enjoying this all together, right? Okay. So you guys are hearing everything. Okay, you got Mousetrap. Oh, you never had Mousetrap? It was cool. It was way cool. I was thinking about getting a new one. All right. Anyways, I'm just checking over here. We're going to go back here. All right. I was watching this earlier, right? Okay. Is this girl an albino? And I ask you all, didn't there used to be a lot more albinos around? I mean, my friend's sister she was adopted, but she was albino, and I remember she had the crazy pink eyes, right? She was albino, but where did there seem to be, they put them in movies and stuff. I remember, there were albinos in movies. Now you just don't see albinos anywhere. Did they get, I don't know, deported to albino land? Albarinio or something like that? No idea. It's just something I thought about. And this girl, is she one? Is she? Right? Because I have to go this way now, right? It's right there. I think everything's backwards because before I was going like that. So I'm hoping it's this way. I don't know. I'll find out later. I could be pointing in the entire wrong direction. I have no idea.
Because you can always have fun with your Etch-a-Sketch any place you go.
Also, as we continue,
more than 20 million Etch-a-Sketches have delighted millions of kids and adults too. Any place you go.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Hang on.
You can always
this
have
other
fun
kid
with
here.
your
Wait a minute.
Etch-a-Sketch.
See, remember that bowl cut I was talking about earlier? Yeah, that's right. Wait, he shows up again later. He's like all evil. There he is. Wait, there's another one. The other kid, it's like the two brothers because the brothers always got the same haircut, man. If you look at pictures of me and my brother, he's a year older than me. We have like the same 70s outfit on, very similar, in the same haircut for a while, and then I'm parting mine in the middle, like Sean Cassidy. I wanted the feathered hair and uh Jan Michael Vincent look, kind of thing. You know what I mean? That or KC from Casey and the Sunshine Band. That's what I was looking for. And my brother kept the swept look. And to this day, he's got the swept look, but he's got no sweep no more. But he still tries to sweep it because he's an old guy and he's bald. And he refuses to admit he's bald and shave it off. But see, I can't say much. I'm growing back mine, sort of, just so I can tear it out. I mentioned that earlier. If you rewatch it, if you didn't catch that. All right. We continue. Let's continue. Light bright. No, we're extra.
Around the world.
Ohio
A protective plastic shield brings extra strength to Etch-a-Sketch's magic screen. Just turn the knobs to make the lines go back and forth and up and down. You can doodle, design, draw. Not many kids bring so many hours of interest and fun. Many kids become experts and draw really exciting pictures. You almost hate to shake away. Now available in
shake it away. Remember how you shake it and it goes away? But I remember going ski, making like, I love you, Mom, and then running with it. Run with it, and you shook it by accident. I swear. Boo. Boo. Oh, yeah, I know, right? Oh, no, I need like a sad thing. I have no sad thing on here. It's all like...
Awesome!
No, see, no, that isn't it. There you go. All right.
And Etch-a-Sketch has earned the guarantee seals from both Good Housekeeping and Parent Magazine. More than just a toy. It's Etch-a-Sketch.
It's more than
another toy creation from the Ohio Art Company.
The Ohio Art Company.
Big wheels are rolling, listen to them turn. The big wheel sound of power with speed enough to burn. Winning, spinning, braking. The Big Wheel by Marx with adjustable seat, handy saddlebag, and a quick...
handy saddlebag. Do you guys remember the handy saddlebag? Oh, that was the best. Look, he's got his sandwich in there. What kind of sandwich is that? Let's take a look. Let's see if we can get a closer look at that sandwich. Looks like it's on wheat bread, first of all. It's probably peanut butter and jelly on wheat, is my guess. I remember like getting that and doing that same thing. And there's the... I remember this peg. Is that the brake peg, that blue thing right there? It's off the back, isn't it? It's like there's one on each side, maybe a bumper kind of thing or something. Kind of remember that. We used to race them around the backyards, but you couldn't like pedal them when the grass was long. So we would like push each other. We get like one driver and two pushers, and we would race each other around different houses because, nobody gave a crap. You could go in each other's yard and tear it up and no one would care, really. It's just cats outside. I'm going to make you rake to do that. But yeah, nice sandwich.
And a quick stop racing brake. Braking.
There it is.
Winning.
There it is. It's the quick stop racing brake. How did I not know that? It's right there. There it is. Ready? Boom.
Braking. Winning. Spinning. It's the big wheel with saddlebag and racing brake. Big wheel by Marks. If we make it, it can take it.
Nice. So, all right, let's go back here. Let's go back here, see? See? Classic toys were awesome, right? Am I right? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I had fun looking for those, though. I figured I'd do that and put a little, a little nostalgia in there. Everybody likes a little nostalgia. All right, where were we? Oh, yeah, I owe you guys for helping out and participating this week. I gave you that little montage of old nostalgia, and I'm also going to repay you with a big old O. Who's ready for a big O, right? All right. I'm on a very long roll of getting over 1 minute every week for several weeks now. So let's see if we can continue that as I hand out yet again an award-winning O for you all at the Cool Kid table. Thank you so much, everybody. Once again, get my oxygen levels very high. Don't want to pass out. Get a little palate. Wet the palate a little bit. You want to wet the palate, but you don't want to, like, get that weird tingle in your throat either. That dried out tingle in your throat. It's a very delicate balance to get the O just right and keep it going, edging it along. Anyway, I apologize for that. I'm very sorry. I'm going to say a couple Hail Marys and a couple Our Fathers for that one. Sorry about... I'm not sorry. Yeah, I am. All right. Almost forgot where I was there for a second. Whoa, that's crazy. What is that? What is that? We haven't seen that before. Did it change on us behind me or something? It must have, huh? While we were watching other stuff. That's goofy, crazy. What is that? That's, you know what, though? I was at the very end of like a 10-hour loop on that, and every time I went back to use it for the bucket of picks behind me, it took a little more off of it, and I watched a little more. We must have gone out of that and into whatever this is. Ooh, this is Neon Abstract, this is called. That's kind of cool. That's pretty groovy. We'll leave that on. Okay. All right. You can stare at that while I O you up. While I give you all the big O, you can just stare into that and let yourself go. Ready? If you don't know the words, just follow the bouncing finger to the big O. Ready? Did I say that? Oxygen, please. I'm gonna need a tank. Pretty soon I'm gonna need like a tank so I can recover quicker. Oh, woo. Ah, how'd that all work for y'all? That all do okay? I don't know. I hope somebody was ready on that with a timer. Official time should come up in a moment here. 59.14. Come on now, mulligan me. Oh, come on. 59.14. I should have just gone, I could have just, one last look. Never mind. All right. Anyway, I thought that. I'm going with a minute. Solid minute, almost. Solid almost minute. 59.14 seconds. Not bad. Come on. You gotta give a guy, I gotta get way big bonus points for trying, man. It's so close. It's so close. Ooh, dirty. Yeah. Dirty. She's a dirty mistress that time. Ooh. Always gonna clean right by that. Yeah. Bucket of mix. I don't know. I still think it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. All right. Now we actually got a. Well, what else do we got on deck here? Oh yeah, we could do the whole. You know what I was gonna do because it was classic toys. I was gonna do the whole looking for some like cursed toys. You know what I mean, for the after dark. But I couldn't find anything readily. There's the what, Ronald doll, right? And then there's the Annabelle doll. And then I just like, it's not like they have haunted lawn darts. Although there could be some out there that have killed, murdered. It's murder. It's worse than that, Sam. It's murder. All right. But anyway, there could be cursed. I don't know. Shoot. Star Wars toy, maybe? Something like that? Who knows? Half melted from a horrible fire. Oh, why did I even. What? Oh, see how dark. My mind can go so dark sometimes. Ooh, boo. Stay away, evil. All right. Let's see what we get. Watch. It's going to say like evil something. Something evil. Oh, you know what? There's a little jingle that I want to put on here to save for all time so I don't forget it. And my dad used to sing it to us when he wanted us to eat. And I want my brother to see it. And I know he'll probably watch this. So, in honor of that, I'm going to just sing this really quick. And I'm going to do it in a very nice style in which my brother has never heard. And it goes like this. That's not part of it. Goes, one green pea sitting on the plate, one green pea sitting on the plate. If one of those peas accidentally got ate, there'll be one less pea sitting on the plate. Okay, enough said. I just had to put that in the vault. And that was massively random ADHD stuff. If you're not familiar with the whole process and superpower of that, that's kind of like what we do. All right. Anyways, that's what I'm going to blame that whole thing on anyway. Okay. Got to pick. Let's see what we got going on. How long's it been? 17 minutes or so, something like that. I'm sure. Why is this? I don't want to lock volume. Craziness. All right. So we got that. And I have Google Earth set up. So we can go on that and I can show you guys on that where that all happened. If you guys want to hang out. I hope it's Bigfoot. I hope we pick out Bigfoot. That would be so cool. It would be such a lead in. And no, I don't have it set up anyway. But they are in there. Just so you guys know. They're right there. And there's so few of them, we don't do the veto. But I do have, or I did have, I no longer have, but I did have earlier some slips. And I don't know what happened. Oh, there they are. If you got anything to put in there. I think I had some, but I did not write them down from suggestions that came in. I think from Tim or BLT or Barb. Um, any you know what? We should just do Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put Christmas in there. We should just do Christmas, right? Let's see. We got a couple more weeks though, right? We won't. We'll put it in there. But if it's not picked before Christmas, we'll make it Christmas. All right, we'll put it in. La 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 la. Ba ma 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 ma. Did you get my email? I knew you threw some suggestions. What were they? I got one more. I put Christmas in there. I should just say seasonal. You know what I mean? We should do a seasonal one whenever there's an American holiday. Or I should say United States holiday. North American holiday. And that doesn't even really count because then there's Mexico and Canada. And they don't count when it comes to Easter bunnies. I don't think they do Easter bunnies. What was your suggestion? Give me one of them. I'll put it in. I'm ready to go. I'm just waiting on seeing my peepers on the comments. And if somebody else got something, I can rip this in half. Either way, if anybody wants to speak up, check your bucket Google email. Yeah, but I can't do that now. All right, I'll put it in this week. Unless you want to speak up, because I'm about to pick Legos. We could do Legos. That would be cool. Legos would be cool. Lego would be kind of cool. I don't know. Anyways, you guys think. You guys think about it. Let me know if you want me to put something in. But right now, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to pick something out of here. It's Bucket of Picks, Bucket of Picks, Bucket of Picks, Bucket of Picks. Bucket of Picks, Bucket of Picks, Bucket of Picks. All right. I'm going in for real. ADHD disclaimer from Tim. You're funny. All right, here it is. Here it is. It's going to be... Oh, there's two of them. I got to throw it back. There's two of them. That's the only way we veto. I didn't look, so it doesn't count. All right. This is one. And it is... Boom! Mascots. Ooh. We can do mascots. There's a lot of football going on right now. You can do mascots. And hockey, eh? So draw up some... Oh, you know what? It's Sebastian Jabati, our Canadian contingent. Here, I should do it like this. Yay! Go team! Yay! Right? There you go. You can use that, Nicole. Yeah. Go team. All right, mascots of some kind. What's the strangest mascot ever, you think? Well, what's that snorkely one? I think he's the Astros or something like that. Who the hell is that? What the hell is that? You know what I mean? I wonder if there's any squids that are mascots. Oh, you know what? Do you guys remember there was a comedy movie? It was, I think it was the Pittsburgh Pisces were a basketball team, and an astrologer puts a team together because they were going to get... Oh, man, that's an old movie. But I think they used real basketball players, Wilt Chamberlain and stuff like that in it. Does anybody remember this movie, or is it like Mandela Effect? Only I'm gonna remember this. The Pittsburgh Pisces. I remember it had to be 70s or 80s, early 80s, something like that. And there's one guy who was dying to be traded, but they were all Pisces or something like that. And then everything lined up on the one night of the big game. And, ooh, let's do it. Everything is aligned. You can win. And they go on. I don't know if they actually win the big game or not. I'll have to look into that. I'll have to go do some Amazon Prime looking. I looked for a couple movies this week on Amazon Prime. The Car. I don't. And it's about a possessed car from. It's like 72, and then It's Alive, and then Alive 2. You're pretty. You don't remember? You're my age. It's gotta be. It's gotta be like a Pittsburgh Pirate. It was like the Pittsburgh Pisces. It was like a comedy movie, and they had the like satiny blue, but the mascot in that was a fish, and the guy had a big fish costume, and he was always bitching about being in the fish costume. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to try to find a little clip of that and pin it in the on the Facebook group or something, man. I'll have to show it next week for sure. Definitely. I'll look it up. All right. So it's mascots. Here in Buffalo has a moose. Right? Don't we have no, the bison. The Buffalo Sabres. Let's see. Who do we got here? We got Amherst, which is what do we have for the Amherst here? What's his name? Old Pucky. No, I don't know who we got for an. What's our Amherst? I know our baseball team here, the Red Wings, has one. Our minor league team. Anyways, anywho, it's mascots. That should be a fun one to do. I hope everybody has fun doing that one. I wasn't even vaguely into sports either, man. I just kind of went with the flow because people were going and hanging out and doing sports stuff. So anyway, we can all say we missed out on that one. A moose. There you go. There you go. A moose for the Amherst. That's right. I knew somebody had a moose. I wanted to say it was Buffalo, but apparently it's us. That shows you how much I know about my town's own freaking thing. Yikes. All right. What else do we got going on? I hope. Oh, by the way, I hope everybody out there is doing good in their life and whatnot, and getting some peace. That's really what it's all about. That isn't. It's like a bonus when you get that peace going. You know what I'm saying? Loving that peace. But I am going to be a grandpa pretty soon. That's going to be the awesome thing. And I bought something for it's for Brooklyn and it's for Olivia when she gets a little older, and it's for the house. So I got this like wooden train set thing with all these cool pieces and stuff. And then I bought some parts to go with it. And then I think I'm going to buy another extension piece. Basically, I'm going to be playing with it and setting it up for them because they're still little. But yeah, it'll be fun to have around. And then maybe my son will have kids and he can come around and they can play with it as well. So I'll just be making, and you know what? Because after a while, I'm not going to have the pieces I want. So I'm going to start making my own pieces for it. Because I'm going to be, in 10 years, I'm going to be freaking, retired. I hope. God, I hope so. And I'll be wanting, whittle and whatnot. Do woodworking and all that other grandpa shit. So hopefully I'll be grandpa to more than a few kids. It'll be fun. It'll be fun, fun, fun. All right. Anyway, I'm looking forward to that. All right. What else we got going on? What else? If you guys want to hang on, since y'all know what the pick is, I don't blame you if you wanted to take off and run away like a bunch of little babies. I'm kidding. I kid. All right, I gotta move this over here so we can see what's going on. All right, somewhere near that. All right, I could probably close this one out, so that's out of the way. That one we can close with. Oh, I wanted to show. Oh, whoa. Okay, that's really loud. Sorry about that. But I do want to go over into. Is it here? Yes, we're going to go here again. Now I want to show you guys this. This is an art thing, so it's not out of line, but I thought this was awesome. Let's try this out. All right. Whoops, not this one. Hi. Actually, that's a pretty good. The lighting's really good in that one. It's not so bad. I could tell scary stories. What was it? Radio Mystery Theater, right? Mystery Theater Radio or whatever it was. I could do that. All right. Let's get back to business. Go over here. Then we'll go over here. Watch. Okay, this might be too loud, so watch out on your volume. Okay, ready? Buddy, that's awesome.
Many dreams come true, and some have silver linings. I live for my dream, and a pocket full of
3, 2, 1.
Isn't that great? Okay, if you want to go on YouTube, go to Scribble Giant. That's this guy. He does a lot of cool stuff. I highly recommend you go and check him out. That's awesome. He does some really awesome work. All characters like that. People love it. I love it. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. All right. Where was I going to show you? All right. Before we close, I want to show you guys. And we might want to do this all by itself one day, though. I might want to tell this whole story, like, correctly. I don't know if we want to go. It's been an hour now. I don't know if do you guys want to go through this? Do you want to hang out and do that? That would be, it's up to you guys if you want me to go through this, but it's getting late. And I know over here it's getting late. It's 9 o'clock, getting later. So I don't want to push anybody too far and have you hanging on too long, but I could, you know what? I do have to like really put this down and do it correctly sometime. I think it would be done. You know, I would have to, like, when we pull Bigfoot, I'll do it. How's that? How's that? For now, we're going to go look for some haunted things about Annabelle. Watch this. And Robert the doll. Watch this. We're going to find some cool stuff, I promise. We'll keep the Bigfoot story and all that in the back burner for right now for when it pertains better. I kind of want to keep a theme to the whole thing. It's like a whole, editing kind of, scriptings and whatnot, which I don't use one, but, a themey. All right. So we will go to this, and we'll go back to here. Then we're going to look for haunted toys. This is what I got, right? It comes up like this. And it's just haunted toys song from Nursery Rhymes and Kids. I don't know about that. It's short, but let's see what it is.
In the room where shadows play, these toys come out to say.
Whoops.
In the room where shadows play, these toys come out to say. Peekaboo, we like to dance. Join us in this spooky trance. Rocking horse begins to sway.
What kind of crazy shit?
Even though it's put away.
Where is this from?
Rock a rock back and forth. Haunted toy fun from the north.
Terrifying. Is this a kid's show? Wait a minute. Is this a kid's show? Is this from some kid's show or something? It shows Happy Tots up in the corner. That's not fun. That's terrifying. Wait a minute. What are they putting in our kids' heads? We should watch this a little closer, I think. Hang on. Let's watch this with a conspiratorial eye. The all-knowing eye. Huh! Anyway. All right, watch. Let's see what we got here. What is it telling us in this?
Where shadows play, these toys come out to say. Peekaboo, we like to dance. Join us in this spooky trance. Rocking horse begins to sway. Even though it's put away.
put away, but it starts rocking. Uh-oh.
Haunted toy fun from the north.
Haunted toy fun from the north. From the north, the North Star. You know, Morning Star. Lucifer.
Laughs and swirls all through the night. Teddy's laugh.
Laughs and swirls all through the night.
Oh, so fun. Spooky games for everyone.
It didn't write down that though.
Where shadows play.
Wow. Wow. Okay. All right, we're going haunted toys, back to haunted toys. Come on now. That's just weird. All right, what's this? Thrifting for haunted dolls. The most dangerous toys ever made? No. Whoa, what was that? 5 creepy dolls moving. That's like 10 minutes long. I'm looking for the... No. All right, we're going to find... Okay, it's, what's the name of that? Robert. Robert the doll. Boom. All right. Here we go. All right.
Have you ever heard of Robert the Doll? In 1904, a boy named Robert Eugene Otto, who everyone just called Gene, got a doll. The doll came from either one of the servants working for his
They just call him Gene.
wealthy family in Key West, Florida,
How did he know that? They just call him Gene.
or the doll was a gift from Gene's grandfather after a trip to Germany. This is unfortunately unclear. Either way, the doll was about 3 feet tall, wore a little sailor suit, which is believed to be inspired by one of Gene's old outfits. He had black, beady eyes and a creepy stitched grin. Gene named it Robert, and from the moment he got it, things were just weird. Servants would hear giggling and running footsteps when no one was around, and Gene's toys would end up ripped apart. He'd always say, "Robert did it." Neighbors swore they saw the doll staring at them from different windows in the house, even when nobody was home. And Gene often acted like Robert was alive, talking to him and having full-blown conversations. The creepiest part, though, is that witnesses claim they heard a totally different voice talking back. When Gene grew up and inherited the house, he kept Robert around like some old friend. Gene's wife, Anne...
Okay. Now that's like some psycho stuff, man. That's Norman Batesy kind of stuff. Kept him around because it was his friend.
and couldn't stand Robert. She made Gene lock it up in the attic, but somehow, Robert would always end up back by the window. Neighbors kept spotting him from outside, and some swore his expression changed from a smile to a scowl. After Gene died in 1974, a new family moved in, and the young daughter found Robert in the attic. She became terrified of him, insisting that he was alive and trying to hurt her. That was enough for the parents. They donated Robert to the Fort East Mortello Museum, where he's been ever since, locked in a glass case. But even there, the creepy stuff never stopped. Visitors say their cameras glitch around Robert, and some even hear faint laughter. What's wild is the letters, hundreds of them, covering the walls around his display. People from all over write desperate apologies, begging Robert to lift his so-called curse after they disrespected him or snapped photos without permission. They blame him for car crashes, divorces, sickness, job losses, anything you could...
Divorces? Sorry, honey, I gotta leave you. Said damn Robert Dahl. He's like, he won't leave me alone. He says I gotta leave you. Sorry about this. I gotta go. Tell the kids I said bye. Bye now. Daddy.
could think of. And the museum gets more of these letters almost every single day. But whatever's going on, Robert's creepy reputation just keeps growing.
Ooh, you creep.
If you have any cases you'd like to see covered, please leave them in the comments below, and make sure to hit that follow button so you can be notified when I post them.
You can find him at Real Hollow if you want to follow this guy anyway. Got to give him props anyway, or else I get in trouble. So, yeah, he can get me in trouble if I don't say that, probably. Or he could probably just demonetize. It's not monetized, so I don't think he's going to have a problem anyways. You know what I'm saying? So that's Robert the Doll, man. That's some creepy crap. But also, my daughter was telling me, strangely, earlier today, before we were talking about a paranormal investigator. Wait. Annabelle. Doll. Paranormal Investigator dies. There it is. Okay, here's the dealio. Here's 2 minutes. There you go.
Tonight, tragedy at a stop on the nationwide tour of the supposedly possessed Annabelle doll. One of the doll's handlers found dead in his hotel room at the age of 54.
Annabelle's next stop, guys. Augusta, Maine.
Dan Rivera, a lead investigator for the New England Society for Psychic Research, or NESPR, had been exhibiting the Annabelle doll around the country. His colleagues now mourning his death, writing, NESPR is devastated by his passing and is still coming to terms with this profound loss. The cause of death not yet revealed by investigators. The county coroner telling NBC that his death was nothing suspicious. Still, the decades of lore surrounding Annabelle causing a social media craze among those fascinated by the paranormal.
The Annabelle doll's handler, Dan Rivera, just died suddenly during a haunted tour.
Something his friend and fellow paranormal investigator Ryan Buell called out.
Dan Rivera was a human being and not a plot twist.
Annabelle recently made headlines when online rumors spread that the so-called demon doll had gone missing from its display case, usually secured by crosses and holy water.
The girl that he was with said that he was laughing about the doll when the motorcycle, just like the car, went out of control, hit a tree, and killed him instantly.
Allegedly linked to decades of grisly deaths and paranormal activity.
The Annabelle doll is probably one of the most infamous dolls on the planet.
Tony Spera oversees the Annabelle doll. We spoke to him while the rumors were swirling back in May. He's the protege of paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, depicted in the Conjuring movies by Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga.
Every family's different.
I think that the movies really made the celebrity, if you will, of the doll flourish. The doll is something to be respected, not revered.
Online, people connected her supposed powers to fires and even recent jailbreaks.
I just want to show you guys that Annabelle is in the Warrens Code Museum.
And it was back in May when Dan Rivera tried to ease fears that the doll had been stolen in a post on TikTok.
Annabelle's not missing. She's not in Chicago.
Spera and his group not connecting Rivera's death to anything paranormal, but previously answering my question.
What do you say to the skeptics here who might not really believe that this doll has anything evil inside of it?
No, in a way, I don't blame people for being skeptical. If people don't know about the demonic, it's very difficult to believe that these things are happening, but they do happen.
The tragic death reigniting concern and fascination with the paranormal, as organizers say the tour, already steeped in superstition, will continue on in Rivera's honor.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay...
All right. All right, so there you go. There's a couple of crazy things that happen, man. There's a couple of things just to make you wonder a little bit as you go into your evening tonight. Yeah, you're gonna, I don't know if you guys, you're not one of those people that like keep a doll sitting in the corner kind of thing, right? I got some goofy shit around here, man, that just kind of sits in the corner, like stuffed animals, things like that for my kids and granddaughter that's coming and stuff like that. And some of the stuff I sculpt, truthfully, is kind of creepy. But anyway, yeah, I can't have one of those things sitting around. Not one of those, though. All right. Yeah, Robert did it. Robert did it. All right. All right. All right. Go on. Go on, buddy. Honey, you got to go that way. My old girl. I'm going to have to get a dog cam and put it down lower. And where's the pup? Zuko's around. Don't worry. He was down at my feet a little while ago. He didn't pass up on the bucket. He was here for it. All right, everybody. I think with that last note, I'm going to go ahead and thank you all for stopping in, especially those of you who participated and sent in some of your creations. I love seeing them, love showing them. Hoping to do it again this week. And it's mascots, in case you didn't know. In case you don't remember, it's mascots. And other than that, I wish you all a great week. It's my last not on-call week, and then I have 2 on-call weeks in a row. Boo, boo, but money's going to be real good, because they're both going on the same check, because every 2 weeks. So they're both on that same check. That's going to put me in a different tax bracket, unfortunately. But I'm going to go do that. Going to keep busy this week. Keep on keeping on. And I hope you can all do that and you have all good things and many peaceful moments throughout your week, which is worth its weight in gold the order you get. Trust me, trust me, trust me. All right. The only thing I ask in return for giving you this moderate, if at best, entertainment, all I'm going to ask you to go out there to do is make two people smile. Who will make two people smile? Hi. Who will make two people smile? Who will make two people smile? And then you can't see me. Through all those smiles that we put out there in the world. So go out there, have a great time. Hope you enjoyed the show this week. I appreciate you guys being here. So in return, I'm going to just say to you guys, stay in touch with yourselves. Peace, everybody. Take it easy. Bye.